You know, just loading back into this game is so funny. I mean, we have done way better than I thought we would, considering the start we had. Did you remember when we were absolutely trapped in? Rural Jura was owned by Greece, Putin Town was owned by Greece, so was Valhalla's vineyard. We had 3 cities, we were battling to even survive on this goddamn continent, and then we did it. And we expanded north. And then we took over Hungary. And then we expanded north. And we took over Poland, which is all the way up here. Oh, so much land. And now we are most of the way into Tamiris. I mean, the game is just too big to be improving everything. I would love, you know what? And this is perhaps like the dream, right? If ever I did this, if ever I was lucky enough to do this full time and we had like the time to film these things, I would love to play this map on standard speed and actually take some time to work all of these tiles and to actually really make this efficient, because that would be so satisfying. I mean, look, I look at this and all this marshland, horses that have yet to be improved, all of these archaeologist sites. There's a great mod called Historical Era, which basically plays the game on standard speed but with marathon technologies, and it's so fun. It's really, really good fun, but it's not very good to film unless you've got a lot of time to edit it down. But yeah, that's the dream. That's what I'd love to be able to do for you guys. Maybe one day if we ever got into Twitch or something, that would be like a good idea for like a longer term game. You can dream. We can dream. In the meantime, we're pretty much just bombing everything still. Defending versus fighters isn't really important because we haven't found any fighters yet, but actually torpedo bombers is a really important one, because then I can bomb some battleships. That's quite fun. Insufficient resource. Oh, Tamiris has no coal. That's unfortunate. Well, hopefully that means that their anti-air is limited slightly, although actually I don't think it does. The anti-air will happen just regardless. Yeah, look. Actually, oh no, say that. No, the -20 does apply to anti-air. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Right. Should we push through, see what we can do? So first target is I am actually going to destroy all of these battleships, because they do provide a certain amount of anti-air, which is really, really annoying and will actually injure my bombers. And don't forget, if my bomber kills the battleship, then any damage provided by the anti-air is totally negated, which is absolutely hilarious because of my war department. The late stage of the game just makes things so easy. You know what, I don't think I've a single bomber is actually full, or maybe one bomber is actually fired this turn. I've got so many upgrades to do. There's that battleship done. Oh, lovely. Lovely, we're we ever ready? We can just start bombing some cities now? Yeah, you know what, let's do it. I'm also at the delightful stage where this guy, who has +1 range and can move after attacking, he can just sort of like trundle along, as you do. Is there a river here? There is a river here. I've got to be careful about not going over the river, but I can hit there and then just go whoopoo, and my rocket artillery do huge damage, like actually significant damage, which is lovely. Oh, breakthrough. Oh, my units are getting so good now. This is wonderful. And there's one city down. We have not got long left now to hit Scythia into the dust. Remember, just in all my attacks, I've got to remember that I've got adjacency to everything because of the amazing great general that we've got. I mean, as I say, it's not cheating. I haven't done anything. This is how the game is literally written right now. Whether it's intended or not is another question. But I'm definitely not cheating. I'm also starting to upgrade my troops now. I've got some anti-tank, modern anti-tank. I've got some modern armor rolling in now. These guys are tough. Really, really, really tough. And that's wonderful. Even though we have an incredibly insane army of 5,300 as well, I am continually building troops purely because it gives me science boost. And actually you can see like my science is pretty good. I'm now leading on science, which is wonderful. I'm building the Mars project. But if I actually go to this science tab here, 67 techs versus 62 versus 58 versus 54 versus 56. So just we're 11 techs ahead of the person that hasn't started building the rockets, and we're 5 techs now ahead of Germany, which is wonderful. One thing I have realised, guys, is that you were all so clever. If I crowdsource an answer, you could generally get it for me. When I search for oil, okay, it not only searches for oil on the map, which is useful enough. I'm just checking to see if I've got lots of oil because I've got so many tank units. I need more of the goddamn stuff. But if I were to say go into say France or Spain or someone like that. It also gives me, so there's an oil thing. I'm not going to be able to find an example now. If I have a look at this. Oh yeah, here we go. It also shows me oil power plants as well. Nobody's actually built an oil power plant, so I can't actually show you what I mean, but it searches not only for oil, but also for oil power plants. Is there a way I can search that just looks for the resource? Do you know what I mean? Is that possible? Is that a thing? I mean, as I said, I've got all my builders on my... looking to improve all the oil I can. I'm just double checking I haven't missed any. Unfortunately, I'm pretty good, even though I don't upgrade everything. I'm pretty good at upgrading oil and coal and things like that because I know it's so scarce. But yeah, I just feel like it's a little bit annoying. I wonder, it's probably more in Africa. Look, there's some there, and there, and there. Okay, there's loads in Africa and over here. Okay, well, we know what I'm going to use my gold for. I need to get a couple more settlers. I found a settler, by the way. He's just been like larking around by the German border. So, yeah, off you go. Operation Ivy? Oh, well. Oh, wonder if I'll need that, eh? Oh, come on, oil. Come on, oil. Why are you so... Oh, 27 now. Ooh, I feel like we may have built a little too much of this. But never mind. You know what, I'm only actually getting -5 from insufficient oil. So that's... It's not the worst. Put it that way. I think I can survive off that. Oh, the Ottomans are just throwing random units in. An artillery army is quite fun, especially for the Ottomans, but I feel like you should be spending more attention on your border with Tamir, because they definitely are pushing in and taking cities via loyalty, and you can't... I don't stand for that. Go kill them. It is annoying there is some anti-air there, but I've got enough combat strength that the anti-air won't do that much damage to me. And don't forget that I can just upgrade my units to heal them when it comes to it later on, so this is fine. I reckon we can get their capital soon. Well, I say that. If I can't, you know, I'm just having to upgrade all my jet bombers so continually they don't actually get to fight. They're just too good. They learn too fast. Go on, modern anti-tank corps. You can do it. There we go. Look at that. Keep that delightful little city. And the tanks, they roll on. Because what else are tanks to do if not roll on? Okay, this city will fall very quickly. Wow, half the wall damage just in one bomb? Sure. That's amazing. And then the second one, it's actually just got 71 strength, isn't it? In fact, actually, my tank can just probably roll in without another attack, but I'm just gonna... Oh, have I got one more bomber? No, I've actually used all my bombers this time around. Okay, fine. So, you know what, we're just gonna have to gamble on it. Let's see if we can take it. Yeah, we can. 2 to go. Oh, I've actually settled, I've got a settler. I stole one. I wonder if there's any oil. Yes, there is. Oh, there's at least one oil there. Is there a better oil spot? I bet it's all up in the tundra, isn't it? Oh no, actually no, they just didn't put any resources up this end of the map because, you know, they were like, yeah, nobody needs that end of the map. It's unfair on Russia, that. Very unfair on Russia. Never mind. Let's just settle on top of the oil. Why not? Oh, could you imagine if I'd got that through? Aid request. Oh, that would have been so good. Damn it, why don't I have 30 political power, 30 diplomatic power? It would take a lot of money to get through that. Oh, look at this. World settings, hyperreal. Oh, we've got 4.1 global temperature, we've got 3.5 meters, volcanic activity, drowning, river flooding is 349% chance. Cool. Okay, everything is underwater now. Who's actually been contributing the most? Not me. Germany. Germany has been contributing the most. In fact, actually, weirdly, my uranium? My empire expended 20 uranium in the past turn. Really? What am I expending it on? Oh, building nukes. That's why. I think that could be it. Well, there you go. So I'm going to take this little city, which is just a little doddle city. That very easy to take. Only pop 1. But we don't care if it's only pop 1. It's welcome in our empire, regardless. And then we've got some more bombers just to come in, and I believe this is the last Scythian city, unless they've got some colony somewhere, which, you know, sometimes they do. The computer does, it's got a habit of just putting random cities around the map just for no reason. Like Germany up here has got a city up there. So why? It doesn't even have any resources. I was looking at that earlier and thinking, why is that? Hang on, let me just kill these field cannons for the gold, and then we'll take this city, and I believe that is Serbia out of the game, which is just another person to conquer. Yes, the Empress falls, but I will be remembered. Will you? Pretty sure you won't be remembered, because, you know, pretty soon I'll be playing another game. Now, I can't be asked to go after Georgia because there's this huge mountain range and all their cities are just really awkward, and actually, to be fair, there's not much in their cities at all. Like, really not much at all. I just can't be asked with the walls of Georgia. They have sort of effectively done it. I mean, actually, am I going to actually be able to get peace? Oh, no. My attention is further north. I'm going to go after Russia. I mean, look at the minimap, right? That would be a colossally awesome empire to take over Russia, and would be a fitting sort of like link into my previous game. So just for the hell of it, they've already denounced us, so we can use our Golden Age war, which is hilarious because it just means pretty much no grievances. They are going to assault my borders with every single one of their units, because we've got a huge border with them, but I've got lots of encampments on the border. I can hold them off just for a little bit. That's not a problem. I actually just need to make sure that all of my cities actually do have repaired outer defences. That would be pretty bad if they could just walk in. But I've also got lots of troops that are have been making their way to the new front for some time now. There is... well, to the old front, I should say, for some time now. But now I can just sort of like come in and eat all these units up. I mean, delightful. Oh, this is going to be an attack across pretty much every border I've got at once, and it's going to be incredibly messy, but I'm going to look forward to it all the less. And that'll give them something to panic about just on the first turn. I'll just steal one of their cities, as you do. Come get it. Oh, and liberate that to Scythia. No, I don't think so. Oh, that's interesting. I appear to have gone to war with Rome as well. Ah, they must have been a military ally. Okay, well there we go. Let's have some fun sinking some Roman ships at the same time. I've got plenty of ships. This should be absolutely fine, but it's just making sure I don't die. Yeah, come on Roman Navy. Pop out of the woodworks, I'll sink you and get loads of money from it. Russia's being targeted by an aggressive enemy. No. Nobody no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. I mean, actually, you can give loads of money to Russia if you want. It just means they're going to improve their infrastructure and just give me more stuff when I take it over. So, you know, that's fun. There goes this slightly questionably shaped rocket to Mars. We've done it. Oh, and actually, I think if I just got advanced pass... oh no, smart materials is next turn. Okay, so we are ramping through this now. Let's just double check that nobody else has done it. Germany has not, Spain has not. Suleiman is actually launching the moon landing, but I am now ahead, as all things should be. Didn't think I'd have to do this, but e-commerce and economic union have been brought in to try and put a dent in my minus 150 budget deficit. Oh, that's to minus 27. No, that's done great. I mean, I'm producing a lot of gold just by killing enemies. That is probably my biggest source of income in this game at the moment. Oh my goodness, that guy. Don't die. These Cossacks are tough. Oh, I mean, I just need to get my anti-tanks to the front line, and actually this guy... okay, the tank army just actually gets to heal itself by killing. I forget that. So that's not the end of the world, that one. But still, that's, I think I'm just going to attack the Russians from the other direction, just to really, really confuse them. I'll go from east to west. They're expecting a border attack, but no, I'm flanking. This is as close to sort of like a German blitzkrieg as I'm going to get, but just from the other direction. Oh, they've got wonders here. That's Broadway. Ah, this is good. This means I'm going to get a bit of army healing soon, which is well needed actually, because my army is it's been fighting for a significantly long time now. It needs a bit of a break. Take this city. There we go. We're starting to eat in now. This is good. Smart materials. Social media. None of this is really that important, but smart materials is, because that means I can build my next thing. Oh, where is it? Launch exoplanet expedition. Wonderful. I've got some fantastic trade routes coming in now. All of these +6 routes to my allies, which gives me lots of gold at the same time. It just means I've got my infrastructure going nicely. At the end of the day, it's like, actually, I get +7 from my own routes now. Oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Can I actually get my exoplanet down? to 2 turns. That would be entertaining if I could. No, I can't. But Selfish Shellfish has got 261 production now. I'm pretty happy with that. That's not a bad result for me. In the meantime, I lost about 4 tanks in that turn. I think it's because, yeah, the lack of oil has reduced my strength a little bit. And they actually do have, like, military strength, Russia. These anti-tank armies, I mean, look at this. They've got 132 strength. Even with the, you know, when I'm using my exploit, I'm absolutely fine. But when they attack me, oh my goodness, it's, like, brutal. It serves me right, to be fair. I shouldn't be able to just waltz through the game without taking any casualties. And don't forget, because I'm Alexander the Great, I actually don't care about casualties, full stop, which is just wonderful. Can I just shoot the city here? I really want to take Ryazan, just because it's so close to Ryan, and it's also in my way. It's just the double whammy. It's taunting me. These cities are so tough, though. Oh. The military strength just in the walls. But that's it. That should be that city taken. Let's take it with the modern armour. There we go. Oh, and look at that. Big border shift as well. These Russian cities have got some serious border. Let's kill some of these anti-tanks now so that I don't die horrifically. Right, oh, look at this. Each city now is taking about 10 bombers. Which is fine, because I have about 15 bombers, so, you know, I'm complaining, but it's not actually, it's slowing me down more than giving me a genuine problem. I've just got so many of these goddamn things. But I'm also thinking, I need something a little bit more advanced. Some nuclear submarine-esque activity, I believe. For God's sake, how did the spy get through? I've got so many flipping spies there. You were sat there, on the frickin' spaceport, and you just let them get through. So annoying. Oh, 1 turn as well. 1 turn of production loss. It's like, why bother? Oh, these cities are so strong. 127 strength. It is incredible how strong they are. Garrisoned modern armour, walls of strength, palace guard. Palace guard? Really? I mean, that's not even their capital. I'm not entirely sure why they've got a palace guard. Oh, that city was tough. 124, but again, look at that huge land grab every time I take a city. Moscow, and this stringy little piece of land here is equally annoying. Oh, dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. In fact, actually, all my army must have healed last time I took that wonder, so okay, I need to keep an eye out for that. Once we take Moscow, I really feel like Russia is going to fall very quickly, especially because they've gone from 3,000 military strength to 1,500 military strength. In, I think it's been 2 turns of war so far, so you know, I think that's pretty good. I love jet bombers. I miss the Turks, but I love jet bombers. Only because Turks, don't forget, all their jet bombers got +10 whenever they attack cities. This would be doing a lot more damage right now if we were the Turks. Have I ever told you how annoying loyalty is in this game? It's pretty annoying. So, this game has been really fun. I've really enjoyed it. You can see quite clearly how much of a stranglehold I've got over it, right? Science victory, nobody's coming close. Nobody's even started on the 3rd project, let alone the 4th. So I'm way ahead. I've got 4 nukes saved in the bank to immobilise anybody that tries to attack me. Culture victory, nobody's near. I mean, Russia were the closest thing, well, to a culture victory, and I'm just flattening them. Domination victory, I mean, you can see nobody's ever going to get that. There's just too many people, but I'm way ahead on that one. Nobody's close to getting a religious victory. Nobody's close to getting a diplomatic victory. And the score, well, I mean, it's quite clear that I'm winning. Admittedly, the turns are taking so long to complete at the moment. I'm taking about 20-25 minutes to complete each turn. It's going to take about another 4 or 5 hours for me to finish this game, and it's quite clear that I've won. I've really enjoyed it, but in the interests of me filming other stuff, I know you're not going to see the victory screen this game. I'm really sorry, but I think if anybody is surprised or like confused by the fact that I might not be able to win the game, you know, it's still up in the air. I mean, honestly, look at this. If we just have a look at some of these reports, right? If I go to yields, so let's have a look at like resources. You can see, oh no, it's not the one I'm after. Where's my military screen? There's normally one that gives you a, I mean, if I just select a military unit here, you can just see just how many military units I've got, right? Look at this. This is why it's taking so long to complete a turn. I have a military score. I'm losing 550 gold per turn just from units at the moment. It's mad. In the interest of me being able to film other stuff that's really good fun, I'm gonna close this one down for now. It's quite clear I'm going to win. I just wanted a few little sort of announcements slash messages to send to you. First of all, yes, I know I didn't build a single railroad, but my god, I just totally mucked up the coal that game. I haven't had a single piece of coal all game, and that's purely because I've been using coal power plants. I really shouldn't have done that. I should have done something more sensible, because I feel the aching lack of a railway system in my veins. I really feel like we're going to have to do a better job of that one next time round. We're going to, on this TSL map, we're going to have more specific win conditions next time, because I mean, we just went to war as Alexander, and it was really good fun, but we've done that a couple times on a big map like this one. Let's do some more specific challenges. I think it's going to be really fun. Now, the next big game I'm going to play is with Norway, and we're going to try and recreate the Kalmar Union, which I need to have a quick Google of and just remember where its borders stretch to, because I just can't remember at all. But in the meantime, I will be putting up a small series between this one and that one, purely because these TSL maps, they take longer to film and edit than my regular Civ maps. And if I want to put a video up every day, which I really do to sort of help grow the channel, if I keep putting TSL content up, I just can't do a video a day. It's sort of about 4 or 5 a week at the moment, which is really annoying just because of the amount of time it takes. I'm going to put a smaller series up quickly. In the meantime, I have an idea for that, which I think you'll find hilarious. It should be really, really good fun. And we're going to jump into the Norway game after that one. Remember to look out for the first post on the Norway series for city names, and then for the next playthrough vote, because I really do want you guys to hear, or to sort of have an influence on that. And don't forget as well that we will be doing more of a rule where we get to 4 promotions on a unit, and I'll be naming them after you guys. So make sure you comment and have lots of visibility on my videos, so that wherever I'm looking I see your name and I pop you into the game. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I don't understand how we got to 500 subscribers. It's mad. Like, it's weird that, and really, really lovely in this horrible few weeks of coronavirus and everybody dying. And I think in London they've already said that, well, in the UK anyway, I think the government came out and said that they think like 80% of the country are going to get it at some point, which is one of those stats that you hear and think, oh dear, we're in for the long run here. I think the peak is going to be like 10 to 12 weeks away or something, and we've already got travel bans and stadium bans and all kinds of things, so we may have a lot of time for Civ. Maybe it's a really good time for YouTube. Is the silver ray there? I don't know if you can say a silver lining is appropriate with the coronavirus, I don't know. But thank you so much for watching, and we're going to play this one out with what I promised a few episodes ago, Spain, the closest thing to a scientific challenger for me. So let's find their rocket port in their capital, and let's salute you away with a nuke. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, for commenting, for just being a part of this crazy little ride, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So see you later. Bye!